Okay, so the first idea for consideration regarding fear is that fear is a response. It's a response to meaning. And meaning comes from the same activity we do when we use our imagination, our creativity, and we learn things. So two people come out of a door, right? When they walk out of a door, person number one walks out of the door. On the other side of that door is a big Rottweiler, and it's barking at the door, and it's being held back by its master, but it's back on its hind legs, just barking. And that person that walked out of the door is afraid of dogs, so their stress meter maxes out, right? They start a cascading biochemical response that puts them all the way into fight or flight. Once they're in fight or flight, their biochemistry changes, right? Blood flow, it's redirected to the things that are responsible for explosive movement, breathing, heart rate, muscles, that stuff. They're ready to bolt out of there, right? And these emotions of fear that they feel are really, really real. Second person walks out of that same door. Same dog, same chain, same master, same bark, but this person loves dogs. And this person has a different response. Their response is more along the lines of, "Aw." And they lean into a biochemical cascading reaction of something more related to feel good, endorphins, right? Person number one, their perception of time is narrowed to the moment. They don't think about the past, they don't think about the future, they just think about now, because now is the thing they may need to escape, right? Person number two maintains the higher level thinking, their ability to move in and out of time in terms of perspective. They think about, oh, it's like the dog my cousin had, or my son has, or in the future, I wonder if it's just trying to play. You know, they look at it different. As you can see, they're total different real responses. But the point I want to make is that the dog is the same, the chain is the same, the bark is the same, the threat level, whatever it is the same for both people. But the reality of their fear responses are completely different. So fear is not generated by the circumstances, but it's generated by the meaning we're giving the circumstance. So let's go down that tunnel. Remember that meaning, we only create meaning when we've established a pattern. We need a pattern to give the pattern meaning. In fact, patterns are so required for us to have meaning that our brain is a pattern recognition machine, because we're trying to generate as much meaning as we can as we navigate our way through life. So we're constantly looking to identify patterns, name them, remember them, and respond to them, right? But here's the thing with patterns. If we can understand that fear is in response to meaning, and meaning sits on the foundation of pattern, then if we can explore the pattern supporting the fear, we can probably adjust it or dispel it, right? So some people might say, well, what if that person that was afraid of the dog had one bad incident when they were a kid, and they've been afraid of a dog ever since? That one bad accident is not a pattern. 100% correct. But their thinking about it most likely was. They had a bad incident, they thought about it over and over and over, created a pattern became the foundation of the fear persists in their real life. So the exercise, the useful practical exercise we can have related to fear and patterns is try to identify patterns, try to identify fears you have in your life, especially ones that you know are holding you back for something you really would like to do, if you could just deal with the fear. Then do some exploration and try to determine what patterns sit at the foundation of that fear. And that's where you want to go through and investigate. You will, and most likely, and more often than not, you're going to find that the pattern that supports that fear is in fact a pattern of thinking. It's not something that happened over and over and over and over in your real physical world. It's literally sitting on a foundation built on a pattern of thinking. The good news about that is that our thinking, even the patterns of thinking, are things we can absolutely control, and we can change them quickly. We don't need money, we don't need resources, we don't need anybody else. All we need is the ability to identify it, to see it, to become aware of it, and then to make a counter decision, just to make a decision. We make a meaningful decision, we can disrupt any pattern. And once we disrupt the pattern, the foundation gets faulty. Faulty foundation won't hold up to fear. Then that fear becomes less persistent as we navigate through life. So for those of you out there that are hiding in the corner, hiding from that barking dog, metaphorically, the question becomes, who let the fear of the dog out? You. Who let the fear of the dog out? It's all on you. And most likely it's in those patterns. You can disrupt them.